Hello everyone, this is Fantastic Worlds. Welcome you back to Lovecraft Country and the Secret World Interludes, and this episode has been unlocked at the 175 subscriber bonus, which every 25 I'll unlock an additional episode in Secret Worlds that deals more with the lore and the backstory than the actual main narrative. A lot of these are investigation missions. They're kind of got a unique place in the game, but for right now we're going to be tackling Alina Flores. Investigation mission, which is going to introduce us to more of the nature of the Morninglight. Now, you might be forgetting this occasionally because the Morninglight tends to be a background threat as opposed to one actively trying to attack us, but they're human cultists who seem to be devoted towards bringing forth the dreamers in the end of the world. Now, we haven't really got a lot of info on them, but this particular agent of the Morninglight is decided to call it quits after nearly being killed by ghouls and werewolves, but she doesn't really know what to do, and she knows that all agents in the Morninglight that try to quit are killed. So, she's probably going to try to enlist our help to prevent that. So, let's go, shall we? Let's be the hero once more. Okay, so, obstructive persons. Alina feels as though she will forever be followed and harassed by those she left behind. Oh, good lord, it's a busy day. Look into her claims and find out how far the Morninglight will go to keep tab on its members. Alina believes there's someone in the forest who's been sent after her. Investigate her claims.
Oh, it's you. Forgot to bring the bullets. Bang, bang. I'm no danger, not to you. And I can't hurt myself from smoking Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
All I want is to finish this joint, paint my nails one last time, and slip into a warm coma. Something out of the corner of my eye keeps wrecking my shit. Why won't they just come out and finish it? I'm not scared! Adrian must have sent someone to find me. I knew it. It takes Morninglight to be this much of an asshole. Always mind games until you're ready to ask for the abuse and say thank you so much after. I know you don't want to save me. That's fine. I wouldn't either. I don't even want to be saved, except you can't let me go out like this. Like in some stupid slasher movie. It's so fake. I don't want to go to my death faking it. I don't want to go to my death with bad hair.
I have a comb.
Fuck. You're alive. You wouldn't understand.
Okay, so let's start discussing the Morninglight. It's a very accurate reflection of real-life cults, by the way, and one cult in particular. Yes, you probably can guess it's Scientology. Now, a lot of the descriptions beforehand regarding the cult show that you have to pay to get to higher and higher levels, and how they twist your mind to want the abuse, essentially gaslighting, recreating the very, structure an abusive family does, where you desperately desire attention from the one who is hurting you. Yeah, except this is at a professional level. So, let's search the area around Alina. Don't want to get another 4-minute lecture. Okay.
Additional assignment received. Initializing.
Fine. I really don't mind killing you a lot. Now, I have actually one ghoul that works for me in the agent network, and he's kind of cool, but, like, you guys kind of need to evolve more if you want me to liking you guys. I mean, we started out as monkeys, really. So I suppose looking down at these guys is kind of counterproductive. I mean, people look at apes, aliens look at apes and go, you know, humans used to be those. It's kind of disgusting. Okay. Where exactly is this person? Alright, that's what's throwing me off. That sphere on the, circle on the map there is telling me that I'm supposed to be killing ghouls in the area, which is why I really got messed up trying to look for this body. Because yes, I have done this mission before, because a lot of times the investigation missions I'll try to do blind, but it just can't, unfortunately. A lot of them deal with some really obscure lore or material you're supposed to have remembered. Ah, there's the body. Okay, boom, it goes. Come on. Ugh, lag. It's a bad day, apparently. Yes, the Morninglight Private Eye. Now, the reason I was saying this is based on Scientology is... Here, if I'm going to lecture, I'm going to face you. Is the fact that the Scientology does have a habit of hiring some pretty sketchy private eyes, like a small army of them, to investigate and harass people, as well as sketchy lawyers to sue people who try to work against its interests. After all, the whole point of Scientology, as it was defined by L. Ron Hubbard, its creator, if I flail my arms around when I talk, and sometimes I hit the microphone, is to make money. He literally said that writing was not giving him the money. He could use the same amount of effort for... say a religion, a cult, and make a lot more money. And he has proven his case, even though he's quite dead, it still keeps on going. It's kind of a very sad joke, still perpetuating and ruining people's lives to this day. Okay, so let's see what the private eye has on him. Alright, got another likely flyer, Alina Flores. Now remember she said, oh god, I've forgotten his name unfortunately. Yeah, the guy back at the Morninglight's house, hiding behind the wards from the vampire army, that's the individual who sent her out for this mission and probably sent out the message to have her killed later on. This must have happened before the vampires liquidated the Morninglight. Remember, we're frozen in time when we come to certain places. This period of time is weeks before when we zip over to the Carpathian Fangs. Remember, we're just skipping through time and space to the problem points that Gaia points us to make the changes that Gaia wants us to. So this is, like I said, before we've actually resolved the Vampire Crusade issue. I want the Oslo works on this one. Get the word out that she can get before she gets to Bucharest. Once you do, close the file and move on to your next mark. Mark, of course, is a word for a target of a con. So that's how they see their cultists. So... you notice that www.morning, yeah, that's the clue. That's one of the things that threw me off originally, is that sometimes you got to go outside of the game. Now, give me a second here, because I'm going to see if I can redirect the recorder to my browser. Be right back. I can't use the in-game browser. My security doesn't allow a bypass like that. And here we are at the main page, www.joinmorninglight.com. Now, this is the real world website, because I've jumped outside of the game, and Funcom actually sponsors a number of ARG websites which are supposed to be in the secret world, that you have to actually leave the game to do so. And it's good in some ways and bad in others. I mean, I kind of would like, okay, if they have an internalized version of the HTML files I could pull up from the browser, because I wouldn't be having so many goddamn security issues. But when I try to do that, but let's deal with what we got here. So it says the Morninglight. I'm not going to skip around for this right here. We can just because the only relevant part is the first page. Why should I join the Morninglight? Imagine every person in the world focusing on a single idea. Imagine the positive energy that could be harnessed if we all dedicated ourselves to enlightenment, to freedom, to truth. Imagine the collective heights we could attain. Imagine our capacity to move the world forward. You've just imagined the Morninglight. If you don't know the reference, by the way, Morninglight is also probably a reference to Lucifer, the morning star, which of course is the tempter of humanity in classic Judaic structure. But in actual Judaic structure, he is the adversary, the prosecuting attorney of God. Now, I don't think it actually means anything, this particular game. They're using with the classic one with the deceiver, as opposed to the more true Judaic version, and we'll probably get into that later sometime. God knows everything I seem to like is in this game, which is why I've been playing it for 2 years now. Let's see. Okay, our spiritual journey is a collective one. No man or woman can do it alone, but no man or woman can be pushed into it either. No one's asking you to accept anything on faith alone. We're here to give you the tools you need to discover the answers yourself. Alone, we realize our potential. Together, we actualize it. Oh, God, I hate that corporate word. The spiritual truths are undeniable. The promise of who we are is locked inside of us. We are spiritually eternal beings. Deep down we know this already, but our current level of existence keeps us from actualizing our true potential. We can embrace eternity together. Actualize your potential. Humanity has never been so close, but we must resist the false prophets of the world. Sorry, I actually started spitting there. We must realize the cult of consumerism and individuality. We live in a world of increased chaos and violence. It's up to us to band together and say enough is enough. By seeking out more information, you've actually taken the first step. Now it's time to take the rest. Next. Sign up for more information. The future shall be built on acceptance, trust, and friendship, and above all, a shared spiritual purpose. Join the movement today. Signing up on our website is the next step on your journey to light. It doesn't commit you to anything you don't want to be committed to. That's what they always say in the beginning. First taste is free. It doesn't force you into anything. It's a symbol of your good faith and openness. Okay, so let's say name, no one, age, 207, and email, no address at gmail.com. There we go. Sure. I wonder if somebody actually has that address. Oops.com. Okay. Hit it. Okay. Thank you for submitting. You'll notice that there's some errors as specifically supposed to be in the way. If you've signed up for this letter, that means you're someone who cares, someone on a mission. You're eager to change your life and the change lives of others. The path won't be easy. The tools have been earned, but once they are, you'll wonder how you ever lived without them. But those are the tools you'll need to make a real difference in the world. But first, you need to discover who you are as a person. The journey begins with a simple personality test over one of our kiosks. Once you know who you are, the real challenge can begin. Are you ready for the light? We sure hope so, because there's a lot to be done. Let's start the journey today. Oops, the system was unable to finish your operation. Error code 0 times 00019CX times 3. That is actually the next clue. You'll notice that if you notice that 19C is hexadecimal for the number 412. It's also times 3 times, which means you're supposed to go to one of the kiosks and type in 412, 412, 412, in other words, 412 2 times, during the personality test to access a secret menu. So, yeah, we're going to bop over to New York, because that's where I know where that one is, and I'll see you over there. Again, like with the investigation ones are the weirder missions. Stand by. Okay, so here we are back in New York City, which I've always wondered, due to the space-time freezing bit, where exactly we appear when we pop out of here. I mean, let's face it, our handlers don't seem to think anything's weird, but to their point of view, we must disappear for months. In any case, the Morningstar never really leaves. As you can tell, it's parked right outside of our open door, allowing them to see us coming and going from Agartha. I covered how much of an idiotic thing this was for the Illuminati to allow back in, I think, the very first Interludes one, way back when. But the whole point we're here is to take their personality test and hack it. Alright, there we go.
Welcome to the Morninglight personality test. Let's analyze your true being.
Being.
The questions are designed to peel back your constructed layers.
Okay,
Please answer as openly as you can.
Alright,
Let's find out who you really are.
Shut up. Which of the following describes your attitude towards plastic cutlery? Convenient, inefficient, cheap, and is a marvel. Remember, we're just doing 412 repeatedly. Which of the following would you most rather not do? Sit through a poetry reading, join a book club, see a psychiatrist, go to a baseball game? This is all shtick, by the way. The Scientology does the same thing, but no matter what you put in, it's the same thing. The same result, of course. You need Scientology. Sign up for our first free lesson. After that gets increasingly expensive. When was the last time you cried? Week, month, year? Can't remember. It's 2. Okay. Which city would you like to visit? Tokyo, Montreal, Warsaw, Bangkok. Okay. Which city are you least likely to visit? Bangkok. Now that's one of the things that's happening to prevent people from getting to access it unconsciously. You can't put in 4 and 1 here if you're answering if you're really trying to answer the questions. You can only do it if you're trying to access the code. What makes you most anxious? First day of a new job, waiting in line for a roller coaster, asking a stranger for the number, making speech at a wedding. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Dead. Where I am now, I can't imagine exactly where I want to be. There's 4. Few people actually say that, by the way. So another one of those subtle introductions by the devs. I think the devs can be a little too subtle sometimes, but I love it. I love subtle. Which of the following most interests you? Power over language, visual beauty, obscene wealth, I want none of it. 1 again. And 2, which color best represents inner self? White, orange, yellow, black, or blue? What is the name of the file you wish to close? Now, remember, this isn't the normal thing. Okay, Alina, oh god, I've written it down over here, give me a second. Floria. Alina of the Flowers. Both tragic. and beautiful. Flowers, after all, only bloom for a short period. There we go. Now we've accessed Duvsky Beravatsky's files. In other words, he was the dead guy in the forest who decided that he was going to sneak up on a girl in the middle through a ghoul-infested cesspool. Didn't last long, obviously. I mean, it's annoying enough for me, and I'm an immortal weapon of Gaia. Alright, Flag Condition Order 6664. Obstructed person declare, Oslo status, recent history, personal details, and task summary. Now, one of the things we can do, Elena... Okay, let's see. Dusko Bivjanovic, by the way, is apparently his next target. So let's see what his declare looks like. We'll just go through this. Alright, ready? Dusko Bivjanovic, originally of Romania, currently believed to be residing in London, is declared an obstructive person for the high crimes. 1. Violation of NTSTR 2, leaving and leaves without authorization, leaving the cult. 2. Violation of NTSTR 5, taking and takes without authorization, basically he stole something. 3. Violation of NTS, this must be their code, TR9, I have no idea what it's supposed to be, spreading and spreads without authorization, he's talking to people. Okay, so that's his... Let's check his Oslo status. Observe, slander, legal obstruction. This is actually referring back to what I was saying about the Scientology. Is that they observe, get information, find out you slander you to destroy your credibility, then legally obstruct by essentially hitting you with stupid files. Never get involved, ever, with any sort of organization that wants all of your deepest, darkest secrets. It really... I'm sorry about the sound here. I keep getting pop-ups. Really, all they're doing is trying to put you in their power, make you feel helpless, let you demonstrate your own weaknesses towards them so they can take advantage of it. Lie like a motherfucker in situations like this. Give them false information, garbage in, garbage out, if you really have to. But honestly, I'd say just stay away entirely. Anyways... Observation. His trail was lost in London, possibly still there, possibly back in Romania. Now I can search London or Romania. In fact, I did search London originally when I was doing this, because I only try to spoil one step at a time to get this as fresh as possible, but this one's was a bitch, really, because he's not in London, he's back in Romania. It would make more sense if you think about it. It's about the only place he can hide from anywhere Morninglight would go. After all, as horrible as it is to be surrounded by a vampire army, Morninglight's not going to get a private eye through there. We've already proved that with Alina. Slander in progress in all known territories. Legal obstruction in progress in all known territories. In other words, he's got lawsuits everywhere they're civilized. He's better off staying in that village. Once we clear the vampire army out, he could spend the rest of his life drinking with forest gods and half fae. And frankly, who wouldn't want that? Anyways, recent history. Recent history. Current place of residence unknown. Current registered vehicles unknown. Last seen London. That's the thing that threw me off is I searched London, and that is not that easy to do considering how the map is sort of cut up with all those buildings and such. Task summary. Pick up Devansko's trail in London. Recommend observation. Retrieve the stolen data. He is correct. That's correct. He has stolen data. Personal details. Light level. Now this is how far you've gone into the thing, and this does also another parallel to Scientology, which it will, you buy your way up to higher levels opposed to give you more spiritual information and power. It's of course total bullshit. It's just another con. It's a pyramid scheme. In fact, Adrian, remembered his name, back in the Carpathian Alps, indicates what you're like when you get to a sort of a mid-manager level. You're so steeped in the corruption you don't even remember who you're supposed to be. You're just a drone and a thing that is being used to harvest from people below you. You become a parasite yourself, although they're still feeding off of you. It's why he's so bitter. It's why I just like to set his ass on fire. Sorry about that real life interruption. I believe I just finished telling you about the light level. Okay, threat level C, possession of stolen data, which... Alright, fine. It's a busy day. Threat level C, possession of stolen data, which of course they're afraid will be leaked to the press or something. Now remember, the Illuminati doesn't like the Morninglight, but they're not paying as much attention to it as the Oriochi, which I think is a mistake, because they're being overlooked in the secret world is a great way to maintain your power base. These guys have billions of dollars, millions of followers across the entire world that are willing to die for them or have no choice but to die for them. And most of them are suicidal, and frankly, there's no reason they can't strap 1,000 of these guys with explosives and have them run towards any of the holdings of the the big three factions, or Orochi, they're just biding their time waiting for something. Anyways, physical, medium height, short brown hair, glasses. That actually does help us find him. Emotional manifest, nervous, anxious, paranoid. Continued. Well, I would be too if you had these guys coming after you. I mean, I don't have to worry about it because I'm an immortal weapon of Gaia and the most they can do is annoy me, but... Loved ones, rooted out through slander means. So they've basically taken his family away from him. Employment, rooted out through legal obstructions, so he can't be hired. F&F assessment, not a prime candidate. That's something that will come up later. Now, I know enough about some of the stuff that was leaked because I haven't actually hit Tokyo at this point, but I know that's part of the Tokyo storyline. Favorite animal, pigeon. Greatest fear, spiders. Oh, spiders are cute. Why are people afraid of them? Favorite color, yellow. Fish and chips. Alright, so that's about as much information as we're going to get about this guy. So, I'm talking to you, I'm looking at you. So the thing I'm going to do right now is I'm going to port over to Romania again and go talk to our man on the run. Because that's about the last place you can go and not be attacked by Morninglight. So, let's face it. In the great scheme of things, Morninglight may be small, but they are vicious, and they are dangerous. Hang on. Okay, so here we are back at our favorite watering hole, the Green Man, and, well, let's go find this detractor. I think they actually mean to say defector, or maybe I'm reading it wrong. Don't know. But yeah, he's not that hard to find. He's the only other person to talk to. You may... Excuse me. Keep it down! Come on. Dude. Looks like yeah, now I can do it. Weird. Bit of a bug there. Apparently it says I detonated it, but I didn't see it, so yeah. Anyways, let's go talk to our detractor, Dukaj Brovgic. Okay? Do-do-do. You may remember him as the person I didn't talk to when I did the interlude for this area, because I knew he was, mission related. So, let's go. Obstructive persons. Let's define what they are.
If you leave, you're on the list. It's automatic. The way they see it, the way their lawyers see it, you sign up for life. Once you break that contract, you're fair game. They follow you, trick you, sue you, lie to others, whatever it takes to discredit anything you might say.
He's actually correct. The real-life countermeasure of this, the Scientology, actually has a definition of fair game, where they say, you know, okay, this person is fair game, everybody go after him. So, yeah. Kind of the parallels getting kind of obvious towards the end here.
All they had to do was let me go. I wouldn't have said a fucking word. I just wanted my life back. But they can't afford to let people walk away. There's too much to hide. And so they follow you, fuck with you, confront, shatter, suppress. And now, what choice do I have? I fight back with what little I got.
And what little do you have?
I don't pretend to have gotten anywhere close to the top. I mean, you know how many levels there are. I mean, more than I can count. But I got far enough to realize it was time to walk away. They call me a thief. But the files I took were insurance. Because I knew I would need something. The higher I climbed, the meaner they got. The emptier, too. The more capable of anything.
I know, it's a bit of noise in the background. I hope it's not really causing an issue. But yes, these are the levels, and every level being, you know, getting drawn in deeper and getting harder to get away. And as for, you know, the files with insurance, I don't blame them. I mean, I've probably got files for the Illuminati if I need them. Not stupid.
Maybe that's just it. That's the whole fucking program. What they work towards. What they count on.
What do you mean by that?
You really want to know what's on the files I took? I got no fucking clue. Isn't that great? Could be a recipe for lemon pie for all I know.
Okay.
It's probably not a recipe for lemon pie. Whatever it is, it's pissing them off that I got it. And it's giving me some leverage. The important parts are tucked away behind some password. At least, I think it's important. I don't know. I don't know what it is or what it says or how to open it. I just know it's the only ammunition I got.
Alright, so we're going to examine it. Dossiers, the Morninglight tablet. Okay. Right. Access dossier. Hint. Can't believe they use a hint program for top secret files, but people are idiots. The Master's Son. Now, this one's a little weird because you got this information long before you played this, got this mission. See, the Master, of course, hang on.
I don't pretend to have gotten anywhere close to the top.
Oh,
I mean,
God
you know
damn
how
it.
many levels there are. I mean, more than I can count. But I got far enough to realize.
Oh,
it
for
was
crying out
time
loud.
along the way. They call me a thief, but the files I took were insurance.
I'm sorry
Because
about that.
I knew I would need something. The higher I climbed, the meaner they got. The emptier too. The more capable of anything.
Yeah, we saw that with Adrian. Anyways, yeah, sorry about that. I hit the wrong section of the screen. Oh my god. Hang on a second. Guys, I am busy here. God damn it. Alright, I'm gonna go someplace where I can do this in peace and quiet. Right then, I'll be back with the tablet, promise. Doesn't mean you take your only insurance for being alive. Alright. Morninglight tablet. Anyways, as I was saying, the Morninglight. You got legends are actually part of the game, and because they're actually information beamed down into your mind by the collective called the Buzzing, group mind of Gaia that you were added to when you became a bee. But seeking alternate subject, legend number 8 on the Morninglight. Seeking alternate subject, initializing, analyzing, scan. Philip Marquard. Now he is the master of it. If you remember all the way back to the Morninglight webpage that we went to, this indicates that who is Philip McQuard. In other words, who is John Galt, but mind you. Anyways, who is Philip McQuard? Which, of course, is their master, their spokesperson, their L. Ron H. Hubbard, secretly working for the Eldritch Abominations that want to destroy the world. But here's what we know about him. Look, sweetling. See the pretty picture. The charismatic leader of Morninglight and his beautiful family. A symbol of the new era of humanity. The patriarch, Philip, handsome and earnest of smile. His wife, Elsia, equally photogenic. Their two children, Alexandre and Catherine, 8 and 11 years old, pretty little replicas of their parents. And of course, there's the beautiful purebred dog. Purebred. A lovely portrait, but the photo album pages are stuck together with blood, and worse, down in the basement, signal disruption, our particle wings tear. What protects them? The Dreamers. The only thing that can keep us out. Lilith probably can too, but she's an Eldritch Abomination in her own right. So we access this, and we put in Alexandre. I can't believe this is, public information they're putting onto this thing, but we probably got to admit the people in the upper levels of Morninglight may be loyal, but they're not smart. Boom. There we go. You'll notice number 5 there, Hipster Dude. Yep, they got a file on me, of course, as a bee working for the Illuminati. But let's begin at the top, shall we? Rada Naste. Now, if you remember, she's the woman that we... God, I'm going to have a lot of cards up here, aren't I? If I remember, I'm going to put all the cards in place for the relevant information, the relevant episode for the information. Rada Naste. Now, she is the socialite that we saw being perpetually drunk and tortured by Adrian back in the cabin, the one you can't save among the many people you can't save in this game. Flag Condition Order 7822, Rada Naste. Rada Naste, originally of Romania, so she is local. That is her mansion. I'm still saying she's a descendant of Dracula. Currently in the Carpathians, is a high-level socialite. She is currently under project mandates and under close observation due to potential breakdown and or flight risk. Recent history? Recent history. Current place of residence, Morninglight Lodge. Carpathians. Currently registered vehicles. I don't think that's important. I don't think she's gone driving anywhere with them. Personal details. Light level, 15, which is twice as high as number 7. Threat level, F. Unknown. What that scale actually is: physical, early 20s, pale skin, blonde hair, sadness incarnate. Well, I guess they're poetic about it. Emotional manifest, melancholy filtered through sedatives. Loved ones, under observation. Employment, none. FN assessment candidate, rerouted. Favorite animal, dog. Greatest fear, being alone with her thoughts. Favorite color, none. Favorite food, none. Task summary. All right, recent history. We already got that one. Task summary. Task summary. Recently determined to be a risk if she ever sobers up and or taken off the medication. Adrian is there to ensure that doesn't happen. I hate you all. Cassandra King. Confide condition 7822. Cassandra King. File open. Obstructive person declare. Cassandra King, currently of USA, currently believed to be in Scotland, declared an obstructive person for the following high crimes. Do we remember Cassandra King? Maybe is a future? I don't know. Violation of NTS-TR 1, joining and joins with intention to exploit. Oh, she's a spy. Violation of NTS-TR 2, leaving and leaves without authorization. Violation of NTS-TR 3, taking and takes with authorization, another spy. Cassandra managed... Oh, wait, that's right. Cassandra is the woman who stole the sword. Way back in Kingsmith's, end of Kingsmith's plot. That's right. Now I remember her. The one I thought might be an incarnation of Venus or another fertility goddess, greatly depowered in the modern age. Cassandra managed in a very short time to become an integral part of the sub-branch of the movement without graduating through the requisite channels. She fucked her way to the top. More data is required to understand who she was working for, if anyone, and what her primary motivations are. She is confirmed dangerous, Black Kiss, but with she can disorient a bee, so that means she's got power. But whether she ultimately poses a great threat or opportunity to the movement is not yet determined. Did the Oslo status, recent history. Current place of residence, unknown. Current registered vehicle, unknown. Last seen, unconfirmed, conflicting. Yep, she's an entity of power. Which means that she is Oslo status. She is, like us, teleporting through time and space. Observation. Her trail was lost in New York. Rumors place her in Scotland. There's no Scotland location, so she's not in the game as of now. Probably not ever. But you never know. Hey, and this is what fanfic is for. Slander. Not currently in effect. Pending directive. Legal observation. Not currently direct. Pending directive. Nobody knows where you are. You can't be messed with. Personal details. Light level. 0. That's right. She managed to take over the entire branch without ever devoting herself to any of the oaths of the Morninglight. Therefore, yeah, she was definitely messing with people's heads. Threat level S. Physical. Late teens. Haha. Pale skin. Bleach blonde hair. Mischievous face. Now, the reason I thought she might be an ancient goddess is the fact that... You know what? Hang on a second. Give me a second. I don't want to be shouting over the rain, so I just put it down a bit more. Emotional manifest, filtered through seduction and manipulation. Loved ones, under observation, no contact. Who would be the loved ones in this one? The S level probably means supernatural, by the way. Employment, none. FNM says an unknown. Favorite animal, unknown. Greatest fear, unknown. Favorite color, pink. Favorite food, unknown. Task summary. Task summary. All tasks pending final directive. Personal details. Yeah, we already got that. Return. Yep, Cassandra is definitely considered a threat. Now, the Illuminati and the Morninglight are both looking for her because she's got that sword, which we don't know what that would play in the final fight. It's definitely power. Right now, Oriachi's got the trident that was associated with the Black King. The Black Pharaoh, sorry. She's got the sword. Out here... The actual thing of power was, of course, the woman I refer to as the Queen of Light, which, depending on where you're seeing this, I'm not going to try to spoil that part of the plot. If you make it to episode 92, I don't know if I'm going to put that there. If it's episode 92, you'll know who I'm talking about. Anyways, but that one, actually, we secured. John Copley, FNF MIM1. John Copley, originally of South Africa, currently redacted is redacted. I wonder if he's the contact that we saw in Egypt that was threatening the head of the cult. Alright, recent history. FNF project is post-phase. Wait, he was an FN... John? Isn't John the same one we did the previous episode on? The one who was in the Orachi database and put us on that stupid game? Light level 291. Threat level, all this is redacted. Redacted, messenger, ape, not being anybody. Blue and Hawaiian pizza. Keep that in mind. Site recovery has been retracted, not retracted. Redacted, redacted people. Okay, that's a little weird. Okay, John Copley is going to be something we can run across, isn't it? All right. Hipster Dude. Flag Order 3031. File open. Secret Society protocols are in effect. Recent history. Current Arms Elemental Focus. Naste, Transylvania. Well, guys, you should know that. Personal details. Secret Society Illuminati. Threat level Q. What? Cassandra gets a higher clet level than I am? I'm insulted. Emotional Manifest Stoic. That's definitely for sure. Pending Directive. Loved ones. Sorry. One of the things I like about the fact when the guy picks bees is you see how crappy your apartment is. She picks people who have no loved ones. She picks people who are completely that. FNF, not a candidate. Favorite animal, unknown. Employment, agent of Gaia. Greatest fear, Kirsten Gary. Not by a long shot, and I've never eaten a taco, damn it. You gods. I feel like I'd be lit. Alright, I think we're done here, but let's see what Kirsten has to say. To Labyrinth, to Hipster Dude Obstructive persons, we're so happy you've taken an interest in the Morninglight. By visiting our website and taking our personality test, you have joined the millions of others who have begun their journey into the light. We're aware of you now, just like you're aware of us, and we're going to do everything we can to pull your life out of the shadows. Curiosity you demonstrate has been an important first step, but don't let it be your last. Continue to look into what the Morninglight has to offer you, and you'll get exactly what you deserve. The Morninglight staff. Ha ha, guys. Guess what? I've told eldritch abominations to piss off. Your little group of lawyers and magicians and cultists, bring it. I need stuff to set on fire. Anyways, not sure who paid us for that then. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Dude, just collected it. Oy, always a problem. Anyways, let's get into here. Should have come in here to listen to it. It'd been less noisy. Salute. Okay, so yeah, that is our little exploration into the cultish life of the Morninglights. Like I said, it's a definite parallel to the Scientology, minus the eldritch abominations, hopefully. And it gives you kind of an idea of the scariness you can get to with the real-life cults. So whatever you do, just don't join anything. I don't care what it's like online. I don't care what they promise you. I don't care how lonely you are. Organizations like that are just there to harvest you, to take everything they can from you and then discard the pieces, which we're going to see more in Tokyo and South Africa. What it looked like to be on the inside of these meat grinders of societies. Now, the Illuminati is bad enough. I'll give you that. On the other hand, I know exactly what they're doing and why. They are a corporation. Their job is to maximize their power at any rate, and they will sacrifice the little guy. On the other hand, they don't pretend to be otherwise. And as I've expressed in the main missions, Hipster Dude's kind of gotten to the point where he's going to start using them the other way around. You'll see what I mean. Anyways, this is Fantastic Worlds, and saying farewell from Lovecraft Country and the Secret World Interludes. If you like this, like, share, subscribe. If you really like it, down below are connections to the Gumroad payment platform. I don't use Patreons for reasons I've gone into before, but frankly, they suck at this point. And, of course, we have stretch goals. Now, this is the 175th episode stretch goal that I did this. Now, the 150th, which is the demo for Lust from Beyond, is hopefully going to drop before this one, but I'm dealing with some tech issues that have a higher graphical resolution. I recently did a hardware upgrade, and I'm still trying to adjust the recording software to match it. Haven't quite got there, but I'm hoping to do so soon. In any case, the other thing to consider is that the other stretch goal is, of course, the monetary one. If we reach the next level, which I think we're $3 away from, there's going to be a new series I start called Secret World Lore Hunter, in which I hunt down all those lore fragments, like the ones we've just gone to, and show you where they are, how to get them, and we'll be exploring the secret backstory of the Secret World, which is like Secret World cubed. Anyways, and if we reach 200 subscribers, we're currently 178, Lust from Beyond will become the next series automatically. Otherwise, we'll be doing a vote over the next series is when the infectious madness of Dr. Decker is over with. That's what I'm currently doing. And I'll put out a trailer of the choices. But we'll see when we actually get there. I think Decker's got at least a month running to it, so that's about how long we've got to hit 200 if you want to skip right to the Lust from Beyond, the Lovecraftian erotic thriller. When I actually get that done, I'm going to try to put a link up there. I got a lot of links to try to put up here, and if I only have 5, so I may have to make some decisions, but hopefully I'll get that one. Anyway, so I will see you next time. Bye.
You will see the dawning of a new age. against us. The choice is